don't know if you can relate, but I have this like weird anxiety about throwing away paper from my Art Journal of notepads. Like anytime I make a Dutch door or have like a little paper offcut, I'm like, oop, I have to save this, it could be useful. But then the problem comes with actually storing all of the tiny pieces of paper because I don't really want them kicking around my desk, being a nuisance. So that is what we are doing today. We are going to find a storage solution for my scrap pieces of paper. Hello again, team. It's Jess or Jashi Corinne on behalf of the Art Journal of Design team, and today we are looking at ways to store your paper offcuts. This video does have a related blog post over on the Art Journal of website, so be sure to check that one out after you've finished watching. It's linked in the description box below. The first consideration we want to make is, how do you want to organize your storage? Do you want to store by color? Do you want to store by size or by some other means? Size and color are really the most typical ones. Personally, when I go to look for a paper offcut, I'm usually looking for a particular color of paper, so storing mine by color makes more sense. But you may be otherwise inclined, so if you want to store yours by size, totally fine. You can still use the storage solutions we're going to talk about today. Just make sure that you go into your organizing with some kind of a clear picture as to how you want it done, because if you change your mind halfway through, while you're totally fine to do that, that is okay, no judgment from me, just be sure at the end of your paper piece organization, everything is organized in the same way. A poorly organized organizational system isn't so helpful.
It's quote time with Jess.
Now, there are quite a few ways that we could organize these paper pieces, and it really comes down to the amount of space you have available, what kind of storage solutions actually sit well with you, etc. But today we're going to look at 5 different examples of ways that you can store your paper pieces. The first solution is on-desk storage, and again there are a couple of other considerations we probably want to make here, like how much space do you actually have on your desk? How much space do you want to take up? How big do your storage containers realistically need to be in order to house your paper? When it comes to on-desk storage, my personal preference is for clear containers, just because then I can actually see through them and see what's stored inside them. I don't have to go open every drawer to figure out what's in there. My personal preference for my desk storage containers is either this 5-tier drawer set from Muji or these individual drawers from Kmart. And I know Kmart isn't available everywhere, but if you're in Australia or New Zealand, you guys still have it. Another possible storage solution are display folders. You know, the kind that we used in high school to do project work and stuff. Actually surprisingly helpful for crafters. As the name suggests, these are made to display things, which means you'll easily be able to see which sleeve has which paper pieces. These are also a nice, relatively cheap option and easy to store on a bookshelf. A similar idea to this one is using what's called an accordion file folder. So you still have separate sections for each of your different colors or sizes of paper, but these ones usually offer little tabs at the top as well so that you can quickly turn to the different type of paper that you're looking for. Of course, today I'm trying to sort my Art Journal olive paper, so one of my storage solutions could be my leftover Art Journal olive boxes. I don't know about you guys, but I have a real hard time getting rid of these boxes because they're just so dang pretty, so why not put them to work to store my paper pieces? Because these ones aren't see-through, I do prefer to label them in some way so that I can actually see what kind of paper is in the box without having to open the box. And on that blog post I mentioned, we have a printable sheet of labels that you can use. While these are all excellent solutions, I think I'm going to go with something super basic, and I'm going to use snap-lock bags. I know it's not particularly glamorous, but it doesn't need to be. This is just an organizational system. As long as I know where to find the things that I'm looking for, it's a good one. For this one, I'm going to sort all of my paper pieces into their different colors, and then sort them into different sizes, based on whether they would or won't fit in my snap-lock bags. I've decided to go with smaller snap-lock bags, just so I can store them more easily. But the nice thing about snap-locks is that they also come in multiple sizes, so you could store them by paper color and by paper size. With all of my smaller pieces in the snap-lock bags though, I'm then going to go and put these into an Art Journal olive box, so that then all of the paper packets are stored together, but then individual packets have different colors of paper. It's a good system. It works for me. Of course, these are just some ideas of ways you can store your paper, and I would love to hear in the comments below, how do you store your paper offcuts? Do you keep them at all? You're not throwing them away, are you? They're still useful. No judgment. You're more than welcome to do with your paper as you will. Hopefully this has been helpful, team. If it was, do make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and until next time, bye!